Right, so tomorrow I'm taking on the Fred Whitton again. Yeah, this is round 2 for me. You'd think once would be enough, wouldn't you? But nope. You know I enjoy the suffering. 112 miles and nearly 4,000 metres of climbing. Basically a full day of hills, pain, and asking myself, why am I doing this? I've been grafting for this for 9 months of solid training. I've shifted 38 pounds, that's 17.2 kilos, or 2 stone 10 for the old school lot. I've smashed more lift sessions than I care to count, all cooked up by the devil himself, Mark from Revolution Cycle Coaching. Honestly, some of those workouts felt personal. Still, it's the Fred, and no matter how ready you think you are, it'll humble you quicker than a mank granny with a slipper. You've got Kirkstone, Onister, Newlands, Winlatter, and the monster Hardknott. That one's not a climb, it's a cry for help. My trusty steed for the day, the Trek Madone, absolute rocket ship, fast, aero, loyal, unlike Scott from Cycle the Nation, who launched it on the first descent and left me behind like an empty gel wrapper. Cheers mate. I'll be showing you the lot, the climbs I conquered, the ones that conquered me, and the bits where I'm hanging on and wondering if I'm alright in the head. And yeah, I forgot to press record on 1 or 2 of the best bits. So if you fancy watching a Daft Mank take on one of the hardest rides in the UK, with flapjacks, bonks and a bit of northern spirit, hit subscribe. Trust me, it's about to kick off.
It's a YouTube convention. Russ has already forgotten something. I nearly came out without my helmet on.
I've forgot a million things. So I'll get talking out of the road in a minute. I need to calm down. I'm nervous, big time.
He's bricking it. He doesn't need to.
No, I'm not bricking it, I'm fucking shitting it. I'll be alright when we get going, but this queue's ridiculous. Dreading this. I'll be right in a minute. Once my legs on the bike, I'll be fine.
I'm calling you reality check.
It's just flipping the prep, and have you got everything, and blah 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 blah
just
blah.
Just a bike ride.
It is just a bike ride.
It's a big rough.
Just a massive one. What an absolute gorgeous day it is. You couldn't ask for more perfect weather than this. Beautiful. Although I imagine later on when it heats up it's going to turn into pure hell when we get to Hardknott. So with Scott, who's up ahead making a video, Mike's with us, Aki's here somewhere, seen him at the start line, he'll end up catching us later, and then a few people from the Fat Loss group. But anyway, today, Fred Whitton, 2025, time to redeem myself and put a far better time in than last year with my 11:26, which I'm still proud of, but I've been working hard to get ready for this. So I was just trying to vlog with Mike and there's too many people around, but I'll leave a link to Mike's video at the end of this, and Scott's and Aki's. Well, it'll probably be in the description down below. Mike, what are you after?
Sub 7.
Sub 7.
Hopefully. I think it's a big ask, but they can hope. For both of us.
If you're ever considering doing the Fred Whitton and worried about the hills and the terrain, do be. But the silver lining of the event and the place you're riding is this. Just look at that. Hardknott Pass done. Just took it easy, not too bad. Warm the legs up. That's 1 of 8 done. Feeling good, but will things change? Let's see. They will change. It's going to be horrible. So, the pain hadn't quite started yet. I was feeling fresh, legs ticking over nicely, and spirits were high. I'd already smashed my way up Hardknott Pass and felt strong, even bagged a few PRs on the way up. I'd been jumping between a few decent trains, you know the sort, lads on deep rims, aero socks giving it full gas. We'd cruised through Ullswater like a peloton on a mission. each one of us knowing what lay ahead. Then we made our way down onto the A66, big wide road, rolling fast, and the legs still had plenty to give. I ended up getting a 10-minute PB at 23.2 miles per hour, and honestly, I was buzzing. You don't get many moments like that in the Fred, where you're moving fast, feeling strong, and actually enjoying it. But deep down, I knew it was temporary. Hardknott Pass was looming, first proper brute of the day, and I was trying to mentally gear up. And right when I needed a lift, who'd have a spot? Only Aki Beard on the bike, YouTube legend, top mate, and a much needed bit of morale before the road tilted upwards, onward to the first wall.
Well, that's the big long section done, which was fun, and I just bumped into this man, Beard on a bike, so I'm going to stay with him now for as long as I can till he rips my legs off going up the next hill. Right, come on Russ, let's go! Says his legs aren't working. Aki was last on the channel when I got this bike and we did the Manchester 100, and I failed epically. You just managed to do it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was disciplined.
Well, this year we're coming back for Manchester 100, although I swore I wouldn't do it again, and we're going to be disciplined, organised. Captain Aki's going to get us round and whip us all into shape. Just on our way to, what's the next climb now? Hardknott. I'm dreading it. Well, Hardknott Pass. This is where it starts to get serious. You can see it down there. I'm going to put you underneath.
So, Hardknott Pass. This is where the ride started to show its teeth. You leave the A66 on a high thinking you've got legs of steel, then boom, you hit a wall of slate and suffering. Hardknott ramps up to a brutal 25% gradient. I gave it everything, proper dug in, gritted the teeth and just kept turning those pedals. The legs were screaming, the lungs were rattling, but the camera was rolling this time, and I've got the proof. Then came Newlands Pass, a stunning climb, but don't let the views fool you. It's hard up near the top, with sections over 20%. I climbed it, I suffered it, I even swore at it. But I forgot to press record. Classic Russ. The photographer snapped a shot of me at the summit, capturing that mix of relief and what the hell have I done. And then it was on to Windlatter, the most civilised of the three. The gradients are kinda around 10% max, but don't let that fool you. After Hardknott and Newlands, even the false flat feels like Everest. And yet, I forgot to hit record again. At this point my DJI must have been doing its own ride. God knows what I was thinking. Still, 3 iconic climbs ticked off. The body starting to ache, the head starting to go, and the hardest stuff still lying ahead. This was turning into a proper day out.
Well, thought I'd better catch up with the video. So I'm 62 mile into the ride, and I'm currently at about, what time is it now? It's about 11 o'clock, so I'm 5 hours into the ride. It's going to be hard for me to hit my target. It really is going to be hard for me to target another 3 hours. I've not put a foot down on the hills yet, which is a good thing. I've not stopped at all. I've gone up Hardknott, Windlatter, Newlands. There's any others? I can't think. Next one coming up now is Fangsbrow, Culfell, and then Santon Bridge and Hardknott. That's when we're into the meat of it then. I reckon I've got another 4 hours yet, which Scott said 3 o'clock, sub 9 hours. Yeah, I'm on target. Anyway, stood around like this is definitely not going to get me there, so I will come back to you when I get to an interesting climb. Right, roll B-roll. Team 11 where the party is. That was grim coming through there then.
Right, this is where it started to unravel a bit. Fang's brow, sounds harmless, turned out to be a right little leg snatcher. Then came cold fell, long, exposed, bleak. I was cracking, properly. I'd done myself no favours. I left the gels I'd been training with for months and had to buy some random ones that turned my stomach into a ticking time bomb. One dodgy fart away from disaster, not glamorous at all. Then, like magic, Team 11 showed up. Music, flags, full on rave on the roadside, genuinely gave me a bit of life back. Just before the biggest monster of the day, Pia appeared, absolute legend, cold can of coke, proper food, and a pep talk that hit me right in the feels. And as I pulled myself together, Aki reappeared too, back on the bike, and we both rolled on towards Hardknott, ready to stare down the brutality, whether we liked it or not.
I'm in a serious hole. Honest to God, I feel like absolute arse. Could throw up. Coming over cold fella and my own was grim. But a little boost then is there's the coast and there's the power plant, Sea-Toller I think it is. I ain't feeling confident with Hardknott at all at the minute, like literally at all. But I'm going to get down to speed stop here and just sort myself out. I need a fizzy drink badly. Could do with a Red Bull or something, just I need a boost, royally. Like, I'm in a bad hole. I think 4 hours sleep last night and then going doing the Fred Whitton was nowhere near enough, but I'm here now. Well, Hardknott Pass is somewhere over there, and I'll be honest with you, and I'm not doing this to build drama at all. I genuinely, I'm not feeling up to this. I feel absolutely hammered. I'm having stomach cramps. I'm probably one fart away from shitting myself. Feel like throwing up, feel like throwing the towel in. Yeah, I've trained hard, yeah, I've lost weight, but Jesus Christ, I feel like shit. Hiya! Do you know what I want? A can of Coke. Anything else? Just want that pork pie, that's it. Horrible. Honestly, I'm in an hole. I'm in a really bad hole at the minute.
I saw Mike's miles away. He's just flying. I could see. I was trying to get from Lawton round, and you guys are all flying.
Mike's on it.
Yeah, it will be.
You weren't so stubborn. I'd throw the towel.
No, you wouldn't though. You can do this, and you've done it before, right? And I think what I've done it the three times, and like you get to here and you make them with this, and it's because we all know what's coming, right? And do you know what? I did one year. The first year, in my head, I bailed before the cattle grid, right? Because I thought, oh, no. So I even stopped then. The second year, I just went a bit further, got further than I did before, and I stopped, and I thought, do you know? And I looked round and just looked at that and thought, we're punching nutters, aren't we? When you just see them ants and hill, and you think, do you know what? Do that. And I know you had the time, right? Just the time, isn't it?
Get over the other side. Get over that rhinos.
Yeah. Enjoy the bit through the bottom. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey up.
Do you need help?
Do you want
do you need any water or anything? Do you want a Coke?
Yeah.
So, I've picked up Ake, just stuck a can of full fat Coke in him, and he's about to hit Hardknott now. So any of you who've seen his last Fred Whitton video, his battery run out on Hardknott, so he's got a fresh battery, but he's forgot his screw to put his action camera on his front of his bike, so he's gonna.
They say I've got a screw loose.
He's got a grill mount, so he's going straight up with that in, except for when he gets the picture.
You'll find a video where I've done it, so
yeah,
done it.
I'll leave a link to this, to his video, to his old one as well. Anyway, I'm 90% certain I'm going to end up walking this, but I'm going to give it a good go. I'm just going to, one turn at a time, keep pushing, keep trying to get up, and what happens happens. If I can get further than I did last time and treat it like I have done my them steeps near home, I can always come back and get a little bit further next time, drop more weight, get fitter, get stronger, because at the minute my legs are absolutely shot to bits, and I'm sticking with that excuse.
Look at that pizza you had last night.
Didn't have enough last night.
This is where it all hits. Hardknott Pass, the daddy. Me and Aki had been chatting on the approach, talking game plans, like two daft lads walking into a battle with a butter knife. But as the gradient kicked up, so did the doubt. I didn't even make it halfway up the first steep bit before the wheels stopped turning, and I had to pull myself together. I felt like a total failure. The sun was beating down, wind completely dead. Felt like I was baking in my helmet. Sweat was running down my face and into my eyes. No relief, just that hill staring back at me, daring me to try again. Walking it, that was grim. I dragged my legs up, step after step, head down, watching riders pass me with their game faces on, still on the bike, still pushing through the pain. I wish I was one of them. At the top, I remounted, but Wrynose, yeah, I was cooked, had to walk again. My legs were knackered, but it was my head that was louder, telling me I wasn't good enough. Blue Tarn gave me a glimmer though. I rode most of it, had to walk a little bit, but by then something clicked. I realised at the top of Wrynose I was actually on for a faster time than last year. Maybe I wasn't a failure, maybe I was just a lad who set a daftly big target and gave it everything. 38 pounds down, that's 17 kilos, nearly 2 stone 10, and still a work in progress. Maybe Fred 2026 is where I'll find the real redemption. Maybe that's where the comeback truly lands. When I look back on the day, it was full of trials, tribulations and daft decisions, but I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, I lost Scott early on. He dropped me on the first descent, the swine, but no hard feelings. I had the ride I needed, and one I'll never forget. Aki kept popping up at just the right moments, like some kind of cycling guardian angel in sunglasses, and every time it gave my head the lift it needed. Piet, what a legend, chased us round the Lake Districts with a car full of hydration, fuel and good vibes, and that Coca-Cola after cold fell saved my soul, it really did. To everyone I spoke to out there, the riders, the marshals, the random shouters on the verge, you kept me on the bike when I wanted off. I'm proud of what I did. I made it up every climb till Hardknott, and I was 1 hour 53 minutes faster than last year. That's just not better, that's a transformation. As I've said, I've lost 38 pounds, that's 17 kilos and nearly 2 stone 10, and I'm not finished. Now it's eyes on Fred 2026, because there's one thing still left to do. The picture. You know the one. The iconic snap taken on the steepest ramp of Hardknott, riders mid-Sufferfest, grinding it out, earning their badge of pain and pride. I want to be in that photo, not walking, not broken, still on the bike, still fighting. That's what 2026 is about. To the organisers, the volunteers, and this wild, stunning corner of the world, thank you. You make the Fred what it is. Brutal, beautiful, unforgettable.